As-salamu alaykum. Habari gani? I am Jennifer Kamau from International Women's Space, and we are here again at our Freedom Corner. For me, this is significant. Oranienplatz is a symbol of our resilience against oppression that threatens our daily existence, solidarity, resistance, and hope. Today in this Freedom Corner, let us all wear our Keffiyeh as a symbol of solidarity. Let us wave our flags as a sign of resistance to ethnic cleansing and the marginalization of indigenous Palestinian people. I am not a Palestine, but know what it is like to live under the heavy yokes of being othered by the Babylon system. I connect with the struggles for freedom and self-determination. I believe the fight for emancipation of Black people, African people, everywhere in Palestine is historical and justified. I am from Kenya, one of the many lands colonized by Britain. Our history is often told and justified in the eyes of the brutal regime that sought and still seeks to erase our culture, expression, and our humanity. With its armies and weapons, Britain occupied our land. For 74 years, British rulers trampled on our land, abused us, sought to annihilate us, and took our ancestral lands. They tried to take our identity, deny our existence. I understand the pain and ravages of occupation and colonization. For 75 years, Israel has been fighting using advanced weapons and America's aid against a country that has no army and no central government. With America's bullets, bombs, and other war machineries, Israel continues its genocide. The imperialist regime thrives in crushing the spirit of the Palestinian people by putting them in cages, holding them in concentration camps, and denying their existence. The world watches as Israel carries out a genocide, steals Palestine's land, homeland, cut off their water, and starve them. For the last 2 years, NATO has used all the resources in its power, millions of euros and weaponry, to guard the sovereignty of Ukraine. Sadly, the expansion of occupation of Eastern Jerusalem, Gaza Strip, and West Bank raises no protest. When Palestinians defend themselves, somehow they are the oppressors, aggravators, and enemies. Take a look at Israel, its occupation, detention and segregation camps, raids and attacks, and you will know who the oppressors are. How can the world see Israel's occupation of Palestinian territories as justified? I call it colonization. I call it apartheid. Palestine was a land before Israelis occupation, and it's still a land, and it still is. As we gather here in Oranienplatz, we remember the silence and deaf ears of successive regimes of the legacy of terror and genocide of Israel. As a country whose history is defined by one of the world's darkest eras of systemic, state-sponsored persecution and genocides, Germany should call Israeli out. Instead, this country is a supporter of the murderous and racist regime whose ideology is not far from that of the Nazis. This country's troubled past disables Palestinian determination in the liberation fight. Today, to Germany we say, deal with your guilt. Stop projecting your shame on Palestinians. One Holocaust does not justify another. Criticizing Israel is not anti-Semitism. Enough of the mischaracterization and weaponization of the movement for freedom for Palestine. Free, free Palestine!
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 Today, call by names all those who have been killed from the streets of Gaza, Jerusalem, Nazareth, West Bank. Today, we remember all the children, women and men of Palestine held in concentration camps. We remember all Palestinians fighting for the freedom of their land. If you are sick about hearing the genocide in Palestine, imagine how those experienced feel. Israel thrives on the blood and tears of Palestine. We must stop feeding this parasitic regime. We demand the liberation of Palestine. Palestine should and must be sovereign. We say today, all refugees must be granted the right to return to their land. Palestinian people have a right to exist, right to be free, right to self-rule, and right to self-determination. Palestinian lives matter, power to the resistance of Palestine, and black solidarity for Palestine. A luta continua. Thank you.